guys? It's Mike, back with another episode, Mike's Trading Journey. And today I'm going to talk about a few stocks that gapped up pre-market. One of them is HTRS. I actually wasn't watching this stock this morning, but it came up on my scanner. Um, so this stock ended up gapping up this morning on some application to the FDA that they sent in for some kind of uh, drug that they use that's self-administered. Um, this company is actually they produce like arthritis type drugs and drugs for migraine headaches and stuff like that. But anyway, um, this thing started gapping up about 7 o'clock this morning pre-market. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, but if you see here, yeah, it gapped up on this candle here at about 7. And a lot of these stocks, when they gap up pre-market like this, um, they tend to fade out. So one of the things that causes these stocks to fade out once they gap up like that is people that are shorting the stock. So um, you have the bears watching this news. As the bulls are watching this news, the guys that are going long, they see the potential in the stock with the news report, so they jump on it, run the stock up early when the news breaks, and then once the market opens, if the stock can't hold its highs, the bears recognize it and they begin to short the stock down, and the stock begins to fade out, which was basically what happened with this stock today. Um, but it still has good potential in it, man, because if it gapped up like this today, then there's a possibility that it could gap up again sometime in the future. This thing was up on about 1 million shares of volume, so that's a really good sign. So it still has a lot of potential in it. I'm going to jump over to HMNY because it was another stock that gapped up on some news um, pre-market. So this thing started to gap up about 7:30, and it was gapping up on some news about. Let's see. It was gapping up on some news about a um, on movie fund. So they had some kind of deal with movie fund, and with that with that deal, let's see if I can find it on here. Movie fund. Yeah, so it was right here. So welcome to the family movie fund. So I guess it's like some kind of company that does like movie passes and stuff like that. So with some kind of acquisition, customer entertainment industry, the movie fund acquisition represents other pillars in building out its content, marketing strategy, and advertisement revenue platform for movie pass. OF will continue to sell movie fund digital ad inventory, has taken an ownership stake in movie fund through equity in HMNY in connection with the transition. Okay, so basically HMNY has a some kind of deal, I guess, going on with movie fund, um, to where they work out these movie passes and stuff like that. So that basically caused this stock to begin to That basically caused this stock to begin to gap up pre-market. But as you can see, it gapped up pre-market. Like I said, it started gapping up at about 7:30, I guess. Started gapping up at 7:30, um, and then by like market open, or even before market open, it started to fade out, um, which sucks for people who can't trade pre-market. And it really didn't have much of a bounce. It looked like it had a bounce right here from 292 up to 302, which is not much. And then it even faded from there. Let's see, yeah, it just faded from there for the rest of the day. But if I was gonna play this one here in the future, I would actually want to trade it right above that 302. Um, I would want to see it push up. I would want to see it push up um, past that 302 level. I want to see if I can get this zoomed in real quick to where that 302 level was. Actually, yeah. So I would want to see it push up past that 302 level from where it is now. Break above that 302 level, because right now it's it's all the way down to 288 right now. So I would definitely actually no, let me see, maybe even, yeah, I would at least want to see it break above that 302 level, um, to see it like begin to turn around. I would want to see some volume come in on it down in here, and as the volume came in, then I would probably look to get in on a trade on it. Let's see. It had pretty good volume. Even at the close, it was up to like 7 million, being traded on 7 million shares of volume. So that's still pretty decent. Let's go to the last one, which is SNOA. It's a pharmaceutical company, and just like the other two, this thing gapped up pre-market, gapped up at 7, from like 360s, I guess, up to like almost $5, 4.99, and then it just faded out for the rest of the day. And actually, I seen this stock pre-market. It popped up on my scanner, along with HMNY popped up on my scanner, um, and it was on a supposed FDA approval. Um, but come to find out, not really. It was not really an approval from the FDA. Um, it was some kind of other thing. Um, let's see here. Yeah, it was actually a 510K clearance, which is not necessarily an FDA approval. I want to see if I can bring it up here on this screen here. Yeah, it was this right here, the 510K clearance, which at first I just read the headlines of the FDA approval. But then I posted something about it on Twitter, and the guy actually corrected me about it and said that it was just in 510K clearance. So I went back and read the actual article, and seeing that it was actually just as he said, it was just a clearance, and the clearance is way different than an approval. So They just got this thing clear, but not necessarily approved. But at anyway, the thing just popped up pre-market at 7 and just began to fade for the rest of the day, and it faded back out to the 390s, um, which at least it held above the previous highs that it had the day before. I think, let me see, let me go back a little bit here. So, yeah, so it looks like, let me switch time frames here. 5 day, 5 day, 1 hour. Yeah, so it looks like the highest it got was about $4 yesterday. Um, let me see, what was this? So yeah, it didn't even get up to $4. It only got up to like 550 something, 550. I guess in the 550s, 560s. Um, and then after that news broke, it jumped up to, or I'm sorry, 350s. And then after that news broke, it jumped up to almost $5, and then it just faded out for the rest of the day. So, I mean, if you can catch these stocks, running, if they gap up pre-market, but then they continue to run um, after the market opens, then that's sweet. That's what you want. But if the market opens and this thing has gapped up, and then you notice that the thing is just fading. This chart is not holding up. It's not making any highs. It's just getting lower and lower. Then you really don't want to take that trade, man. you know, no matter how bad you want to trade, you just want to sit back and just watch. It's better to sit back and watch than to get in a trade and lose money, man. So that's about it on this one, man. Again, it's Mike with Mike's Trading Journey. Until next time, man.